Start it up. And please welcome to the stage the magnificent Kirsty Mac!
Hello. Hi, Melbourne. I've recently moved back here. Thank you. It's nice to be in Melbourne here. Everyone here is really well dressed. Even the homeless people look a bit ironic. Do you know what I mean? A lot of you are like, oh, where is that accent? Is that Harvard or Geelong? Well, I've never been to Harvard, so I was living in the UK for a while, and this guy goes to me, I love your accent. It is so sexy. Really? Are you hearing the same accent that I'm hearing? I mean, the first time I ever heard myself talk during sex, I was like, that's why this Australian outback is so dry. True dinks. This other guy goes to me, oh, you're Australian, you're a convict, you're a convict. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I'd be dishing out the shit if I was you. You sent us to the most beautiful island on the planet, and then we send you our shittest beer. Have another Foster's, you dickhead. And the only difference between you and me is that your ancestors didn't get caught. So. Speaking of convicts, did anyone read about this guy that got out of Ararat prison a couple of weeks ago? Oh, look out, we've got some readers. This guy got out of Ararat prison. He got found in Ballarat, and I don't think it was. I don't know if there's an accident that he got caught in Ballarat. I reckon he just got to Ballarat and went, oh, yet I have made another bad life choice. I've been living in Sydney for the last couple of years. Sydney's a nice place if you're gay. By round of applause, who thinks that gay people should be allowed to get married? Yeah. That's the way I see it, population growth being the biggest threat to our whole future. Just our future, guys. Gay people aren't the problem. They're the solution. Like if God come back and rewrote the Bible, because let's face it, it needs updating. He'd just chuck in another commandment that went, hey, would everyone just stop being a faggot to gay people? So I have been living in Sydney. There's a couple of other things I've noticed about Sydney. Number one is some people in Sydney are really racist, and number two is Asians cannot drive. What's with that? I don't know, do you remember when they used to say women couldn't drive? Oh, fucking look out, my wife's driving, look out, my missus is driving, and then first for women's insurance went, hey, we're going to insure female drivers because they're better, and then everyone just shut the fuck up. So all I'm saying to all the Asians is get yourself some stats, like the women did, because nothing shuts up a racist, like a little thing called facts. I've been overseas for a while, so when I got back here, being a Victorian, I was very excited to go to my first AFL game, but I was in Sydney, so I went to watch Sydney versus Sydney, which was good. Whose idea was it to make Greater Western Sydney tradesman orange? I was like, yeah, it is Greater Western Sydney. Hey, Rob, are you going home to get changed before the game tonight? Nah, mate, right to go. And no one saw any merchandise, so nice one, AFL. We've all got satellite navigation on our phones, right? And this guy goes to me once, I don't use my satellite navigation because it's got a female voice and everyone knows women can't give directions. What sort of man doesn't use his satellite navigation because it's got a female voice? I'll tell you what sort of man, a man who has satellite navigation who's still fucking lost. And don't ask an Australian for directions, because the last Australian I asked for directions, he goes, mate, go the wrong way, chuck a Yui, and you're there. What else I would say? So I'm recently single. No, I'm all right, guys. I'm totally fine. I love the way my voice has dropped an octave from the cigarettes I've been drinking. But my boyfriend used to say to me, I love the way you smell like alcohol and Listermint. Which I thought was a bit offensive, because I also smell like half a pack of Durries and a Snickers bar. Snickers bar, making everyone feel like they've got old people's teeth since 1900 and bad dental hygiene. What's with toothbrushes? When in your relationship you buy a 2-pack of toothbrushes and, I get the pink one and he gets the blue one. And, and then one day I woke up and I was just like, fuck this gender shit, man. So I gave him the pink one and I took the blue one. And the next day I woke up and I used the pink one because that shit is in there. Pink's for girls. Pink's for girls. And the next day I woke up and had gingivitis. So, That's cool. I did have a boyfriend once, and it was his turn to the supermarket shop, and he's like, babe, while I'm down there, can I get you anything? I said, yeah, it would be excellent if you could pick me up a packet of tampons. And he was like, oh, fuck, do I have to? And I'm like, yeah, well, I have to buy condoms, so apparently chivalry's dead. So, yeah. So I wrote him out a note saying Libre Fleur supersize tampons. And now for the men in the audience, it's first day of your period. And you get quite a heavy blood flow. Certainly do. For the women in the audience, I just like saying blood flow. Anyway, he come back from the supermarket and he got me a packet of Libre Fleur Super Slim. I'm like, babe, why'd you want me Super Slim? And he's like, well, I didn't want the girl behind the counter to think that I went out with a girl with a big vagina. Trust a man to buy something completely based on his ego. So the next time it was my turn to buy condoms, you can imagine what size I bought. I bought extra large. He's like, why'd you buy me an extra large? And it's pretty much, I'm not going to shag you again. So... Anyway, I'm out doing my jokes a little while after, and he come along to watch me. He's like, oh, why'd you have to tell everybody that story about how... I'm like, sweetie, size doesn't matter, it's what you do with it. He's like, really? No one likes female comedians that do jokes about periods and tampons. I'm like, really? No one likes a shag girl with a small dick. So that evens that one up. So I've recently quit alcohol. Thanks very much. I just got drunk one too many times where I just acted like a dickhead. So I was like, all right, that's it. I'm quitting alcohol. And then I didn't drink for a couple of months, and then I realised it wasn't alcohol that was the problem. I'm just a bit of a cunt. A lot of people don't like it when you say the word cunt. I'm sure you cunts don't mind. What really annoys me, though, is when you're sitting with a group of men and you're the only woman, and one of them goes something, cunt, oh, excuse me. Now say it, or don't say it. But don't say it, then exclude me from enjoying it. Because if anyone's going to stop anyone from enjoying a cunt, it's a woman. That's my time. Thanks very much. You've all been really lovely. I'm Kirsty Mac. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and please put it down to the AMC Andrew McClellan.